Hey folks, Nas here. Got another Let's Play for you. Gonna be a new series. This is gonna be Stranded Deep. You see, we've in our little life raft. We literally just made it past the opening cinematic where you were in the airplane and it was going down and crashing, clearly in the ocean. And we are now in our little life raft, being circled by a shark. So let's start this by heading over to our starter island. It's been several months since I've played this game, and I've played it on and off for maybe 2 years or something. There's been an update a few months ago that apparently the map on it has doubled in size, which also means that they've got more islands, and the island placements are more random. So they used to be on a 5x5 grid. Now it's not necessarily a grid pattern anymore, and the islands, some of the islands are closer than others to each other, and so on and so forth. There's several boss fights. There's apparently some type of an end game, possibly an escape or something. I've never actually completed the game, and I'm not sure that there's actually a completion to the game yet. So I know that they're constantly still working on it. But anyway, we have arrived at our island. I put my paddle back on the life raft. To drag the life raft, you can target the raft, right click, and then you can hold the right click and you can move things around. Not just the life raft, but most any loose object on the ground. Looks like we've got a little shipwreck out there. Looks like we got another one there. So let's get a few items here. Let's see, I know I want to turn that into a stone. You can press, you can press and hold C to get to the quick craft. You see it says quick craft. I've put that in my inventory. Tab is inventory. Put the stone in my hand. We want to go around and get these little fibrous leaves, palm saplings, sorry, turns into fibrous leaves. We want to gather those. That way we can do this at the beginning of every morning, because these that appear on the ground, I believe, respawn every 24 hours, in-game hours, not real life hours. Let's see. There we go. Now these little yucca trees, they're going to drop, I believe, 5 or 6. Let's see, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, 6. Good. Pick up another rock. Stick. So basically you want to go around the island, you want to pick up all of the loose material, you want to try to keep your stuff that you're picking up, all these materials and stuff, you want to try and keep them organized. That way you can find them when you need them easily. And things will be easier as the game progresses to keep organized. Oh, here's some more yuccas here. Now those are in a bush. You can see the bush around it. So a lot of times when you knock those off, they may go off in the bush. If they do, you can go and empty your inventory and then come back and possibly craft. Yeah, see, I lost some in the. There's one. Where'd it go? Right there. Another one there. So there's 3, 4. Okay, so it looks like I may have lost 2 in there. Now what you can do, look around and make sure I grab all these other little ones off the ground first. Is there another shipwreck out there? It looks like there might be something under the water there. So So these little fibrous leaves, they're going to be good for when we make a water still. Of course, you can turn these into lashings, rope, which is good for crafting items. It's a necessity. You see the little aloe plant there in front of me, that little thing right there. Gather those and make like a sunscreen kind of a deal. You can press shift while walking to sprint. You can see the little stamina bar at the bottom. Once the stamina bar runs out, you have to slow walk until it builds back up again. But it's good to go around and get these little palm saplings first thing in the day. F brings up your watch. You can see it's 12:30, November 29th, and the UV is high. My health is full. My hunger is almost full. My water is 1 bar down. And the SPF, which is how much you're affected by the sun and possibly get heat stroke, is on the bottom there. That little sapling is floating off the sand. That's kind of cool. And we're coming back around to our raft. Now, if you get to where you are getting the warning that you need to cool off, then you can go and swim in the water. You can even swim in the shallower water. As long as you're swimming, you will start cooling down. Also, if you have a good shady area on the beach, you can go up there and stand in the shady area, and that will also start raising your SPF bar as well. I think I got all of those, did I? Tree. Sticks. Okay. So on the left hand side of the screen, let's see, are we still dropping? We are still dropping. So we're not in a shady spot. Are we in a shady spot now? No. What if we... Oh, well look at there, there's a sapling. And our harvesting has gone up. So to see your harvesting, you activate the watch, you right click, you can see our status effects are healthy, and then one more time, and this is again is right click. I believe you can do right or left click and scroll through those. You can see our hunting, cooking. The one that's got 2 bars on it is our harvesting. You've already seen that pop up on the screen. Physical and craftsmanship. It's required that you level those up to be able to make more advanced things in the crafting menu. So if you open the crafting menu by tapping C, you can see that these items here I can craft, and then these items here require a level 1. Then you scroll down a little bit and there's items that require level 2 and level 3 and so on. And you've got building components, vehicle building components, farming components, the storyline, and then you got consumables. So this is where you would make like your aloe salve, your coconut flasks, your water skins, things like that. And again, press C to close it. Let's see, what is... Let's see our SPF. I have a real hard time saying 3 letters. It's ridiculous. Okay, so let's actually go out. We have to cool off anyway. Let's see if we can make it out to these boats. Yeah, see, there's the whole you need to cool down thing. I know, I need to cool down. Alright, we gotta look for sharks. Not a whole lot I can do. Now, these little sharks right here, those little guys right there, those aren't going to harm you at all. It's the bigger ones that come at you with their mouths open. Is there anything in here? Oh! Container, we'll take that. I didn't drop any of my stuff that I had picked up. Come on, swim down. What's that? And I picked that up. Can I pick all of these up? Good. Is there any more in here? So we're in the hull of that one ship. Oh, jump. Don't see any baddies yet. Alrighty. So you can hit the shift while swimming, and you can see your stamina bar pop up again. That way you can, if you get a shark chasing you, you have a chance to escape. Doesn't necessarily mean you will escape. You want to avoid those little purpley spiky things right there. They will poison you. If you do get poisoned by those or a snake, then there's no crates in there. See, there's one actually right there. Then you can make an antidote. There is a way to make an antidote. Again, you have to level up, I believe, your what is that? Your cooking skill, I think, maybe? I'm not exactly sure. I'm just trying to see. I don't see any more shipwrecks that I can quickly go see. I'm trying to go see a bunch of these things before the sun goes down. This looks like a good little area to drop some stuff here. I dropped my little tool. Let's see. I don't think... Oh, my stamina's already pooped out. Okay. So I'm not going to be able to go out to that ship today. So it's 3:45. So you can see my SPF is going back up now. So at 1500 hours, your SPF is no longer affected by the sun. So it's a good thing to know. And then the day typically resets at 9 a.m. So your little, the things that we harvested earlier will... Sorry about that. So the little items that we harvested earlier will respawn. Just the ones on the ground, not the ones on these bushes. I think these bushes are 2 days. And then they will respawn. You can kill birds. You can kill fish. You can create farming plots. So let's see. We're going to pick up some more rocks. And I think we're probably just going to make camp and stuff like right here. Alrighty, let's open our inventory. So with your inventory open, you're holding tab. You can drop items straight from your inventory by right-clicking. So you would highlight it and right-click, and you drop it on the ground, literally right at your feet. So you can move again. We'll drop 4 more rocks, and they'll stay nice and neat, so to say. Some items will do that. See there, you can see it dropping at the bottom of the screen. Now sticks, I struggle with sticks a lot. Did not mean to hold that one. So you can do 4. Okay, so there's 4. We'll scoot over and drop the other 2. Ah, there we go. So see, you can actually keep them kind of nice and neat. Now, what we can do is actually re-pick up those 2 and empty our hand. Now you can empty your hand by hitting the little tilde sign as well, or just by opening your inventory and highlighting the hand and clicking it. But we're going to drop those sticks right. Wasn't quite where I wanted to put them, but that's okay. We're going to be using them anyway. And then we're going to drop all of these little fibrous leaves. Well, no, not that. I didn't want to drop that. Okay. Now these are literally creating a pile at my feet, just like that. But it's kind of nice and neat. Now let's see here. There we go. Just keeping things nice and neat. That's just a really good habit to get in on this game. Oh, there's a palm sapling we forgot to get. Pick it up though. There's another one, right? Did these already respawn? No, I must have forgotten to get these. But I sure thought I got everything. Did I? Let's run around the island and let's make sure. One there. So once you harvest the palm saplings... Oh geez, what was that? You little stinker. Alright, so he bit me. You saw the little blood splatter thing on the screen. But we can check. We have 0 effects, so we're not hurt. We didn't lose any health bars. We'll pick him up because we can eat him in a little bit. And it's getting dark. So the sun's going down. Yeah, I didn't go into this little cove. I don't remember going in there. So I must have just missed those items. Okay. Where is our camp? Where were we making camp? Already getting lost on my first island. Oh, cloth. We'll definitely need that. Is there any more over here? Yay, cloth. So cloth is good. You need cloth, I believe, to make a water still, which is going to be one of the little items that pops up on the left-hand side of the screen. I'm sorry that the screen is kind of dark right now, because it is nighttime. See, the moon's coming up. As the moon comes up, it'll actually get brighter on the island. But let's get back over here. There's all my rocks. Yep, there's my rocks. There's my leaves. Let me stand kind of in the light here a little bit. Oops, sorry, I didn't mean to hit my microphone. And anyway, okay, so we have a bunch of stuff. So right now they want you to press the right mouse button to pin and highlight the refined knife recipe. So you tap C and you can scroll down here to the refined knife and hit the right mouse button. You see it pops up there on the left hand side of the screen. You can see that the lashing is in red, but the other two are in white. That means that I either have them or they are in the proximity of me on the ground. So you don't actually have to have everything in your inventory. You can be standing near it on the ground. So let's see. I need to make a lashing. How many? Okay, so I do have enough. Wait a minute. Let's... I think I was missing 2 from one of these bushes. One of the little yucca plants. Oh, there's another one of those things. Okay. Let's find the yucca plant that was in the bushes. There was one that was in the bushes. Where's it at? Yeah, this one right here. So I think... Oh, there's a fibrous leaf right there. Okay. So you always want to go back and check. Sometimes they'll appear. But let's see if we can craft. Look at there. So there's actually... You can see we have 3 in our inventory. It requires 4 to make a lashing. So there's at least 1 down in this bush that we can't see. And if we hit the quick craft, you can see we can craft a lashing. So if you think you've lost some in a bush, that's a good way to get them back. Just make sure that you've emptied your inventory except for just a couple of them. And I think we ran through here. Yeah, just getting my bearings and stuff. So we've got a lashing. We can make the refined knife now. So we should be able to hit the quick craft and make the refined knife. Now the refined knife, all your tools have a durability to them. So if you empty your hand, open tab, and hover over the refined knife, you can see it. Right now it's 100% durability because I haven't used it at all. But right now it wants us to skin the crab. So we're going to drop the crab because you actually can't skin it while you have it in your hand. And then you pull out your refined knife, target the crab, and hold. Probably shouldn't have done that because it should have told us to make a campfire first. But it's telling us to do it now. So if we're standing near these sticks, we should be able to hit quick craft. There's the fire. And we're going to put the fire... we'll just put it right here. Now see the moon has come up and it's lit up the island really nicely, and you can see at night. So we have to have kindling. Let's go craft. Go stand over here by the sticks again. Hit quick craft, and there's kindling. We'll go over here with the kindling. Hold E to light the fire, and then you use the right and left mouse buttons. Just constantly use them back and forth, and you'll begin to start the fire. You can put your small crab meat in your hand and attach it to the fire by holding E, and that'll cook. If you're within proximity of the fire, it will ding like a timer to let you know that it's done cooking. Excuse me, I had to readjust in my chair here. Let's see. So they want you to pick a coconut by holding space to climb trees. However, if you climb the tree and you fall, you can break your leg. Let's see, let's do this. Empty that. So what I like to do is find a short palm tree, like these over here, and there's a coconut there. So we still get credit for that. Now I want you to hit the coconut with a refined knife. So you drop it on the ground, make sure you're not on like a slope to where it's going to roll off into the ocean or anything. And then you can equip your refined knife and give it a few whacks, and it turns into a drinkable coconut. So it wants you to use the left mouse button, the open coconut. Well, so it wants us to drink it. So for whatever reason, words were hard right then. So we're going to pick that up. We're going to empty our hand and put the coconut in, and you hit the left mouse button and you drink. 1 drink per coconut. Now this coconut is almost useless. So we can drop the coconut. We can actually take the refined knife or an axe or whatever, and you can hit the coconut a few more times, and it splits open. So now you have 2 coconut halves. You can consume 2 types of coconut. So you could either drink a coconut and eat half the coconut. If you do 3 coconut items, so let's say you ate both halves and then you drank a coconut, or vice versa, then you would have a sickening effect, like you got diarrhea or you threw up or something like that, and you actually lose some of your food quality. So like ours is at 5 bars right now for the food. Looks like the little ham leg there. So what we can do is we can actually eat one of these, and it took our bar up about a half on the food. But this other one, we're going to leave it there for a little bit, because I don't know how long you have to wait before you can eat another one and not get sick. Let's see, so we need to cut down a palm tree with an axe and chop the leaves into palm fronds. We need to craft a shelter, all that good stuff. So what I am going to do, is this done cooking? It is done cooking. We were not close to it. So I'm actually going to take the refined knife, and I'm going to drop the refined knife next to the fire. That way I always know it's there. I'm going to take the small meat, cooked meat, and eat it, and I can extinguish the fire. That way we don't use all the wood up in the fire. Alrighty, so we got a rock. Actually, we have a rock in our hand. I want to make another tool. We're going to be using these little tools for a little bit in the beginning, because they're going to be required to make axes and things like that, which we are going to be doing. So to make an axe, we can go down here under crafting and highlight the little tools, the little hammer there, and then you can go down to the crude axe. You can right click on it to bring the recipe up on the screen. That way you don't have to constantly open the crafting menu. We're going to craft a lashing. Again, you stand next to it, hold down C to get the quick craft. We need 1 stick. We actually need 2 of these little stone tools. So we're going to create another stone tool. And the stick. Oh, and we already got our crude axe. There it is. Now we can take that crude axe, and this is going to be our gathering tool for a little while. And we'll run this durability down really, really low before we actually turn it into a refined axe. And then you get your refined axe, and it'll be at 100% durability, and you'll be good to go. Let's see. That's a really tall tree. I'll take that big tall one right there. That's fine. Alrighty, so you target the tree, and you literally hold left click and start chopping the tree down. With the crude axe, it takes several hits to get the tree down. And you can see the coconut fell off of it, so what we can do is actually go stop this coconut. Doop. So I target it and hold down the right click button, and then I'll just set it somewhere. There we go. That way it doesn't roll off in the ocean. We're going to hit these palms. There we go. So now they're separate from the tree trunk itself. Now you can see that you can target each individual log, but you can't pick them up yet. Now granted, you can pick the whole thing up by using the right click button. In my super strength, I can pick it up with one hand since I'm only holding the axe. But we are going to chop this log until it breaks. There we go, there's one, and then you can pick up that individual piece if you wanted to, or you can continue chopping and it'll turn into 4 sticks. There we go. So now we need to use palm fronds. Now to get palm fronds, you continue chopping on the palm here, and it'll turn into 5 palm fronds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we need to make a shelter, is what it's wanting to do. So we cannot quite make the shelter yet. I think we need a lashing for a shelter. So you go to crafting, highlight the little structures item there, scroll to the top. Yes, we need 1 lashing. So we'll right click on that, put it on the screen. We're going to go over here to our pile of fibrous leaves, make a lashing. We're going to come back over here. Everything is white on the screen there underneath the items we need, so we can do the quick craft. And there's our shelter right there on the bottom right there. Now it's going to stay red because you cannot place it right there. When it turns white, you can place it just like that. But I don't want to set it there. Let's see, where do I actually want to place it? I don't... you know what, let's bring it out here. We'll bring it out here next to the fire, maybe? How about... It's kind of a hill there, it doesn't want to place right. Nope, don't like that. Let's place it right here under this tree. Boom, that's perfect. That's good. That's a good little central area out looking over the ocean, looking at that next island that we're probably going to go to later. Alrighty, so it wants to craft a water still. So now, again, C to open the crafting menu, scroll down to the water still. So that's going to be a level 2 on the crafting. Are we level 2 yet? So we're going to scroll over crafting with the... Let's see, crafting is going to be the one on the very bottom with the hammer. We are not a level 2 yet. So, we cannot craft a water still until we have done something to do our get our crafting a little bit higher. So, let's try to turn our fire into a fire pit, and let's see if that helps our crafting level up. So we need 3 stones, 3 rocks. So we have to pick these up because they're not near the fire, because we have to have the fire and the rocks within proximity of each other. And we can do quick craft, and there's the ring of rocks to create the fire pit, just like that. And there went our kindling. Come back here. There we go. So that did not help. Let's see, what else can we craft? We're going to craft something else here. Don't really want to craft. We could craft a crude hammer. Let's craft a crude hammer. We got a spear we could craft as well. We're going to need spears to go into the water, but I think we're going to need a hammer also. So let's chop this log up because we're going to need a couple of sticks. I think we're going to need 10 crude spears at least. So in the water you have sharks, as you saw in the beginning, and you can kill those sharks as well as they can kill you. But a lot of times they'll grab you and try and carry you out in the, sorry about that, carry you out into the ocean farther, so taking you farther away from the land. So you have to be careful of that. But I believe it takes 10 crude spears to kill a shark. I think that's what it used to be. So let's do this. Let's make a hammer, because that's going to be one of these little tool tips that pop up. And there's the hammer. Put it on the screen. Whoops, wrong button. Let's go make a lashing. Lashing. I need 1 stick, 2 rocks. We got plenty of rocks right now. Hopefully. And quick craft hammer. And there's our craftsmanship. So we can actually take that. We'll just drop that right there for now. Now we need to look at doing the water still. So the water still is underneath the little TP looking thing there. What is it called? Structures. There's the water still. We'll put it on the screen. Now we need the little coconut doodiddy. Let's see. That is going to be under consumables. The coconut flask is what that is called. So we need 1 lashing and 1 unused coconut. So we're going to get... Actually, we need 2 lashings because we need a lashing for the water still itself. Good. And we need 1 palm frond. Where did all my palm fronds go? There's the palm frond. We need 3 rocks. We're going to leave the rocks there for now. And I need a coconut, which I put right here. So there's the coconut flask. We'll go over here to the 3 rocks. We're not going to have enough rocks to make an anchor, so that's not that big of a deal right now, but we can work with it. Alrighty, so this is the water still. We will put the water still over here. This will be fine. Perfect. You see all those bunches of bats. Sometimes the bats will land in the trees, and you can actually take a spear and spear it in the tree and kill it, and it'll give you small meat when you skin it. Let's see. Let's check our stats there. So our water is getting low. Okay, so we need to fill that with palm fronds or fibrous leaves. Now, we still got quite a few fibrous leaves left. And how much? Whoops. Nope. Wrong button. We got 79, almost 80% durability on the crude axe. So what I think I'm going to do is I kind of like these tall trees right here where we're camping. So I'm going to leave those alone. But I'm going to go on the other side of the island here and take down another tall tree. And we're going to get the palm fronds off of it, because the palm fronds, as far as I know, do not have a use other than either using them in the fire. So you could put the palm fronds in the fire instead of the sticks to replenish the fire. Or you can put the palm fronds in the water still. Because the palm fronds don't have a use in building structures. You have sticks, you've got corrugated metal, you've got the clay bricks, and the wood planks are all for structures. Okay, so water still, palm frond, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we have an extra, which we'll just drop on the ground. Now you can use the fibrous leaves. These are a replenishable item, so it does make sense to use those to put in the water still. And I believe it takes 4 palm fronds for the water still, and also 4 fibrous leaves for water still. Now if you're replenishing the fire pit, it actually so if the fire pit is empty, then I think it takes 12 fibrous leaves and maybe 6 palm fronds to replenish that. So the palm fronds are technically more useful in the fire than they are in the water still, because you can use the same amount of fibrous leaves in the water still as the palm fronds. Alrighty, so you can see our island has gotten dark again, so the moon is getting ready to go down, and then the sun will be coming up, but I don't think it's going to get as dark as it did when it went into nighttime. Alrighty, so it wants us to craft a wood foundation. I think it's a little bit early for that, but we will do it anyway just to get all of that stuff off the screen. Let's see seagulls flying overhead there. It's kind of cool. See how bright it is? See the sun's coming up over there? Kind of cool graphics on this game. It's really nice. Alrighty, now we need the hammer to make a wood foundation. You gotta have the hammer, and I believe you gotta do the sticks. So we're gonna hit F. Because we have the hammer in hand, it goes all the way to the building. It opens up that building menu. You can see a wood foundation just requires the 4 sticks. So we're going to use 4 of these wood sticks that we have right here. We should be able to hit the quick craft button, and there's the wood foundation right on the top, just like that. Then you see it's red because we can't place it where we have items laying on the ground. You have to be away from those, and then you can place it. We can't even come over here and place it underneath our shelter or anything, which is kind of a bummer. But we will come over here and let's find a little spot to place this. Not that we're really going to be using this, but you can see we can even bury it down into the rocks here. Matter of fact, I think we might just do that. We're probably not going to be building on this island. Alrighty, so I've placed it by hitting the left mouse button, and it wants me to hit it with the wooden hammer to construct it. Now you can't actually see it. You can see a little bit of it right there. But you see that little dial in the center of the screen. It's an 1/8 filled with the little hammer icon in the middle. If you hold left click and continue to... Whoop, our physical went up. Continue to hit the wood foundation. You see it starts appearing. And there it actually looks like it's complete. And then when the circle is filled in, it is complete. Did we seriously just level our physical up twice? Oh, and there's one of those little guys. We got to be careful of that. Alrighty, so for the wood hammer, I'm actually going to drop the wood hammer right next to the shelter. So that way I know when I come back where to look. Let's see. So we got the knife next to the fire. We've got the hammer next to the shelter because we don't need the hammer all the time. We still got a piece of cloth, which we should probably drop with these other items over here. Just like that. And then that's it. We've got the shelter up. We've got a water still going, so we have a water source. We've got a fire. We've crafted multiple tools. We've made it through the night almost. I believe at 9 a.m. it'll actually give you the achievement, or the daily achievement that you've survived however many days. Okay, so let's put that in there. We're going to get another one of these and put it in there. And then we are going to drink all 3 of these servings to get our water up. There we go. And there we go. So we've almost made it through the first night. And that little sound was the water filling right there. So it's filled a quarter now. And I think we're going to call the video there. And we're stranded on an island. We've survived 1 day. So I will be back in the next episode, and we will continue this series until the end. You folks take care. I appreciate you coming and watching the video. If you liked it, make sure you hit the like button, maybe leave a comment. If you haven't subscribed, please consider hitting that little red subscribe button below, along with the notification bell. That way you're notified the next time I post a video. Alrighty folks, you take care and happy hunting. We'll see you in the next one.